If you love traveling, you know there are millions of apps out there that make things easier. But if you're concerned about downloading too many random apps, you actually don't need to do that in order to do cool things. Your iPhone actually comes with a bunch of tools with features that you probably don't even know about, but are super useful. Today, I'll show you 4 apps that are already on your iPhone that can make traveling smoother, faster, and stress-free. No downloads, no subscriptions. Just simple hacks using apps you already have. One of the most underrated apps is the calculator. Besides using it to calculate how much you should tip for dinner, you can now use it to do currency conversions. Yeah, isn't that the best? You don't need to download yet another app to go from euros to dollars. Step 1. Launch the calculator app on your iPhone. On the screen, you will see a small calculator icon on the top right corner. Click on that. You will now see the different options available from a basic calculator to the scientific calculator or math notes. Lastly, you will see Convert. Go ahead and click on Convert and you'll activate the currency conversion mode. You will now see 2 lines of numbers. In my example, you see that the top says GBP for Great Britain pounds, and the bottom line says USD for US dollars. So if I'm in London and I'm trying to buy tickets to see Harry Potter and it costs £50, I can click on the top line and then enter 50. It automatically tells me that that is about 66 US dollars. Or if you know that a coffee at home costs $6 and you want to see how that compares to London prices, you can see that it converts that to about 4.5 British pounds. To choose another currency instead of pounds, just tap on GBP and select another currency like the Hungarian forint. So 100 US dollars will get you about 31,500 florins. That is just so useful. But wait, there's more. If you click on the word HUF for Hungarian florins, notice the menu bar across the top. In addition to currency conversion, you can do conversions of angles, areas, data, energy, force, fuel, length, power, pressure, speed, temperature, time, volume, and weight. That's a lot. But for American travelers, temperature conversion is super useful. If you are traveling to Singapore tomorrow and need to know how to pack for 32 degrees Celsius, now you know that it is about 90 Fahrenheit, so kind of toasty. Definitely shorts weather. And if you're looking at a map for walking directions and you need to know the distance between the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe in miles instead of kilometers, you can select the length conversion and then type in 2.3 kilometers and you get 1.5 miles. Alright, FAQ. Do you need cell service or Wi-Fi for this to work? No, apparently the conversion rates are loaded when you are online. So if you had your phone off for a while, the rate may not be accurate, but it's probably pretty close. The conversion rates are pulled from Yahoo Finance periodically to keep you up to date. But what you do need is iOS 18 or newer, as that's when the calculator app was upgraded with these features. How many times have you had to pick someone up from the airport, but you need to check for flight delays? Of course, you can download a specialized app that does that, or you can, check with the airline or with the airport, but you can use something that's already built into your iPhone without downloading yet another app. Go ahead and launch iMessage and look for the message when somebody sends you a flight number. The format should be the airline followed by the flight number. One space or no space will both work, and the airline can be abbreviated. So for example, UA for United Airlines, AA for American Airlines, etc. So in this example, you see that UA 1722 is underlined. This means iMessage recognizes that as a flight number. And if I click into the underlined UA 1722, you will see 2 options. You can either preview the flight or just copy the flight code. So copying does the obvious thing. And so let's click on Preview Flight. So what this does is that it launches this flight map with the status of the flight, including departure time and arrival time. and then statuses such as on time or delayed. And if the plane is already in the air, you can actually see where the plane is currently and the estimated arrival time. It's perfect if you're coordinating with someone picking you up or if you want to check on a connecting flight quickly. Have you ever split up with your travel companions at a museum or stadium, or need to find each other again at a designated time, or waiting for someone to arrive at the train station? This is where Find My app comes handy. In order to use this, you will need to allow someone else to track you. So go ahead and launch the Find My app, and then select People from the bottom icons. Then click on the plus symbol to add another person to track. Click the Share My Location, and then you can type in the name of the person who is in your contact list. Or if they're not in your contacts, you can just click on the plus symbol and then the plus symbol again to add a new contact. Once you click on the blue check mark, you will be asked whether you want to share your real-time location for the duration of 1 hour, until the end of the day, or indefinitely. After you have made the selection, you will see a confirmation that you are sharing your location and whether you want to use the current device to share your location. This is because with one registered account, you can also have it on your iPad or another iPhone. So I'm going to go ahead and click Use since I'm using this very phone. The other party will get a notification that you have shared your location. So now the other person can tell where you are. And using this for a recent trip to Boston, someone has allowed me to track them and I need to go pick them up. So I can find out where they are and then click on directions and get directions to how to get to them. And you can choose to stop sharing at any time in case you change your mind. Finally, let's explore the Translate app. This is ideal for talking to locals or reading signs in another language. So once you launch the Translate app, there are 3 icons on the bottom. Let's start with the far left with Translate. All right, so this is basically where you can start typing and it will translate what you type. So you can go ahead and select your language. I'm going to select English, and then you can also select local language. I'm going to hit Polish. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in, can you tell me how to get to the train station? And you will see the translated text. And you can either show it to the person you are speaking with, all right, and if you want to make it a better viewing experience, you can hit the full screen icon for better viewing. Or you can just hit the triangle play button for the phone to speak it out loud.
Czy możesz mi powiedzieć, jak dostać się na stację kolejową?
You can also speak instead of type by hitting the microphone icon. So I'm going to do, how do I get to the salt mines from the train station? And then I'm going to go ahead and click the square icon when I'm finished speaking. All right, the second icon on the bottom is camera. So you can go ahead and translate street signs by pointing your phone at it, or you can take a snapshot of a menu and then use the photo for the translation. So go ahead and click on the camera icon on the bottom. So go ahead and select the language you want to translate from, Russian in this case, and then the language that you want things to be translated to, English in this case. Then point your phone at the sign or the menu or whatever object you want to translate, and you will see the translation instantly overlay with the translated text right on your screen. To stop, you can go ahead and click on the circle towards the bottom and a photo will be captured. You can then send it to someone else via AirDrop or iMessage or save it to your phone. And you can go ahead and click X to stop translating from a photo. You can also translate an image from a photo that you have already taken. All right, so just go ahead and select a photo from your album, and when you're done translating from the photo, you can go ahead and click the X. All right, the last icon on the bottom is conversation. So this is basically where you can actually have a full-on conversation with somebody. So again, you can either type or speak in your native language. Let's say it's English in this instance. And then you can hand the phone to the person you're talking to, and then they will see the translation. And then they can go ahead and type or speak in their native language. and then there will be a thread of this entire conversation. Note that once you have selected the language you want to use, the keyboard automatically adjusts for that language, which is kind of nice. So in this case, I am going to have a conversation with somebody else who speaks Chinese. So in English, I'm going to type in, how do I get to the Great Wall? And they're going to respond with this particular response. And I am going to go ahead and ask further. I want to visit the Great Wall of China. And this is what their response is. All right, if you click on the View button up on the top left-hand corner, you can choose between the side-by-side mode or face-to-face mode. In the face-to-face mode, you don't actually have to hand the phone back and forth. You can both be looking at the screen at the same time, face-to-face. And if you can hit the microphone on your side on the screen to speak, and they can hit the microphone on their side to speak. So in English, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you. And then they are going to say 再见. And they're both translated to each other's languages. And once again, when I'm done, I hit the X to finish the conversation. So your iPhone isn't just for photos and maps, right? These built-in apps can actually take care of most of your travel needs, from converting currencies to tracking flights, finding friends, and translating conversation. It's all built in with no new apps to download and no subscriptions to track. For another travel video I know you will like, watch this video here. If you found these tips helpful, hit the like, subscribe, and then drop in the comments which of these you'll try first on your next trip. Safe travels and make it memorable.